Staying up. I'm wilding out. I'm leaning in.
Microsoft showed us two Lumia devices last evening. The Microsoft Lumia 435 and the 532. Both of these are the cheapest Lumia still there. The 435 is going to cost just under 6,000, 5,999 to be precise. And the 532 is going to cost 6,499, and they both are immediately available. That's since yesterday. So they both look identical and they look like this. As you can see, they look exactly like the Asha 503. You have that very, a back that covers almost, 2/3 of the body, the whole back housing, which gives the phone, by the way, a very good protection. The back is just like the Asha 503. It has that glassy feeling, except that both of them are powered by the latest Windows Phone OS 8.1, which has the denim update. The difference between the 532 and the 435 is that the 532 has an updated camera. It has a 5MP camera as opposed to a 2MP camera on the 435. Rest of the specs is almost identical. Design and look wise, they are almost identical. So if you ask me, I wouldn't say 532 is like a lower version of the 535. I probably would have named it in the 400 series anyway, because the 435 and the 532 are pretty similar, and the 535 to me looks like a different series than the 532. Probably I would have called the 435 the 432 and the 532 the 435, maybe something like that. Anyway, so they both are powered by Windows Phone 8.1 denim update. They both have a decent battery, very durable, like that Nokia Asha style design and build quality. They both are small 4-inch screen, WVGA resolution 480 by 800 pixels. And then let's take a close look at the hardware here. The whole phone, like the Asha, feels very plasticky, but at the same time rugged and cute, and kind of will appeal to the young crowd. It fits nicely into hand. You have a very glossy front. On the left side there's pretty much nothing on the front. On top you have that VGA camera, 0.3 MP actually, not exactly VGA. Below you have the typical Microsoft keys, and below you have the micro USB 2.0 port. On the right side you have the power button and the volume rocker, and on top you have the 3.5mm jack, that's probably, or a smaller jack, I don't know. Behind you have that 5MP camera. So the behind is also just like the Asha, is very glossy, but they seem to have attracted less fingerprint that I would have suspected, which is a good thing. You can open the back flap, which takes a fair bit of effort because the back flap covers almost the whole back housing, which is a good thing. It will take all the impact if the phone falls. The back is very tough plastic. We have the dual SIM version, and then you have the battery, and then it also supports a micro SD card slot. Otherwise it has, I think, 4GB of ROM, and 4-inch screen. You have 480 by 800 pixels, so nothing exquisite about the handset really. You have better specs, Android handsets here. But the good thing about this device is it's a Microsoft device. It's powered by Windows Phone 8.1, and you can expect regular updates from Microsoft, because now it's no longer Nokia, it's Microsoft, so they have a statement to make here. You have the typical lifestyles that you can edit. You can make them bigger, you can remove or move them around and stuff. Yeah, there you can see. Yeah, so that's fairly the usual part. You also have the quick function toggle bar, and as usual there are only 4 maximum functions that you can accommodate. Long pressing on the home key does not do much. Long pressing on the back key will take you to the recent menu, and then tapping on the search key will take you to Bing search. You can also do your QR scan or voice search here. And then you have an extensive menu. Now there are some of The third party apps like Jabong, for example, I don't know if they come with the phone. We'll have to check that when this device comes to our lab for full review. But overall, you have a good collection of apps. You have the Here apps, you have the Lumia family of apps. You also have OneDrive, you have the Office. And let's take a look at the settings. Again, the usual 8.1 settings. You have storage sense, you have data sense, and so on and so forth. You have quiet hours, driving mode and stuff, which is pretty usual actually and useful. And if you go to about, you can see that it has the latest OS. Denim update is a good thing. Giving the latest update on a 5,000 device, or on a 6,000 device rather, is a really good thing, unlike some of the Android devices where the cheaper devices generally have older OSs. So let's take a look at the camera, which should be pretty modest. It's a 5MP camera, and it starts by default in the 16:9 aspect ratio, mind you, and it's quite soft actually. It lags a bit, and it's not exactly zero lag. You have a fair amount of time before you could take the second shot. But it also has those manual settings, like you can even adjust your shutter speed, and that's one of the very good thing on the Lumia devices. Like you can reduce the shutter speed to to take one of those long exposure photos if you actually use a tripod. That's a very good thing. You do not have these settings in a lot of other phones. You have the bus settings, and then you have the videos and stuff. And what else? You have the Here apps, so you see all Lumia apps. You have money and music, which is usual, really nothing much to write home about here. Yeah, so that's about the extensive collection of apps. We're going to give you more insight on all the apps once this device comes to our lab for full review. So that's kind of like the Microsoft Lumia 532 here, but the 435 also will look exactly the same except the camera, where you would get a 2MP camera. I strongly suggest you get the 532 because it only costs about 500 more, but you get an updated camera and at least a usable camera. 2MP camera is pretty much useless. But overall, well, does this device or both these devices make sense at all? One of the biggest competitor would be the Redmi 1S, which costs 6,000, which has immensely better tech specs than these devices. These devices more look like crippled specs. I mean, they have very less specs. They will just get the work done for you. I like the look and design quality because the Asha series was there, so those people who are missing the Asha series probably won't miss them any further. But you have to be a strictly Windows OS fan to get these two devices. If you're open to all the OSs, then I would say you're better off probably taking an Android devices of similar prices, because the Android devices at almost the same price, or maybe even 1K, 2K more than these devices, are far better, at least in terms of performance and features provided, than these two. However, the good things with these Lumias mainly could be the user interface. You have the Microsoft Phone OS 8.1, and as I told you before, that Microsoft probably should offer regular updates on this, but then these are the cheapest device, so I don't know. Manufacturers are generally notorious for not providing updates to their cheaper devices. However, Microsoft is a good brand generally, so we expect them to provide regular updates. Apart from that, you also have many goodies, like for example, you have 30 GB of OneDrive space, 15 GB for storing only your photos and videos, and 15 GB for all So that's kind of a good goodie. You also have the office and all the here maps and all. So it's not that these Lumias lack any features and stuff. They have enough feature. I mean, to make probably a secondary phone or to keep you going in your daily life. However, they're not as powerful as some of the other Android devices at almost the same price point. So let me know what you think about these two devices. Do this device come to your considered set if you're, let's say, looking for a device under 6,000? Let us know in the comment section. And we also have a very good Facebook group. I'll give the link in the description below, and you can check out that group. We have a lot of discussions going on there. You can ask anything regarding this device or any device that you have in mind, and the community would be there to answer all your queries. Plus, subscribe below and like our videos, and please share the love, and thank you.